Mafale ko tanke doronga nyinga barka bake kontante bakele for you honoring our invitation, but my last question andum fananka for you coming ko priya sarodi molla wala nyenti coming ko can you please tell us who is actually qualified to be a National Assembly member, because nga kala mutala coming ko nyentembeng banko be jahaserine kumul siatale, and it is actually very important that we have someone who is definitely from that party, the UDP. Afomole coming who is actually qualified, for the person to be nominated, and so that he or she will have the chance to actually stand a chance to be elected.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. This is a good question. It's a legal question, as you have rightly mentioned. It's something before the courts. I have a long background, but I don't want to delve into that. If you go to section 89, 90, the qualification and disqualification is rightly there for the courts to interpret. If you also go to the Election Act, is there. So I don't want to be on Sahel TV network and say who is qualified and who is not qualified, especially an issue that is already before the courts. But as Sabaji's issue is concerned, I don't want to talk about it. It's before the courts, and I'm sure the courts are going to reason well. The courts are going to do the needful, and I'm sure the courts ought to know as well.
That is definitely very important. I ask this question simply because I believe it is actually causing a lot of commotion in our country at the moment. So I believe it is actually important for people to know their limitations and their expectations and what actually it will take, for them to be qualified to actually, look for that position. So that is the reason why I said, let me ask, because you are a strong pillar of the United Democratic Party. If you leave this place without I asking you this question, I will just say that, okay, maybe the interview is
before
not
that we go to the
yeah, that's why I said the courts will definitely do the needful. If you go to the IEC as an aspirant national assembly member, they give you all the forms. They'll give you section 90, they give you section 89, and they give you election acts, the basics that you need to look in. But I'm sure the courts will do the needful because the courts have to know.
That is very important. Sa mbela fly minke doro is a saro di jama mo la aning fana ya diamu la consequence molye ya diamu Gambia no le te lafta nyam pour ya muna moy nyang ite da kona pertaining to the parliamentary election mi yalan ko min ko nga nyatele ngala.
The Nimu question, Kumairimbalat, is a very important question. First, I will commend you people.
Thank you.
What I've seen here is pure Gambian own thing developing. This is what we need, and this station needs encouragement.
Wow.
You guys need to be encouraged seriously. You guys need to be motivated seriously. Definitely. To make sure that we have things like TFM right here in the Gambia. And I'm sure you are already going towards that. And kudos and congratulations. Well, to the people of my constituency and to the people of the Gambia, Gambia is in a very critical situation right now, and the destiny is in our hands, especially the voters. Let's change the status quo. Yes, Adama Barrow is the president of the Gambia. He is at the executive arm of the government. Let's not give another power. Let's not add that power. I can now send the Adama to the legislature. How do you do this? Near NPP, Deputy Ganyandi, Adama becomes big. Adama becomes an umbrella term now. He is now at the legislature. He is now at the executive. We control everything, and this is going to be very, very bad. Let's emulate Senegal. That's why I always say Senegalese are very conscious in politics. They'll give you the executive arm, they'll give the legislative arm to the opposition so that we can balance things. And this is what Gambia needs to do right away. If we get into that mistake, or if you do that mistake of giving Adama Barrow another power in the legislative arm, this country will be doomed. So let's just make sure we balance power, let him be in the State House, do his things, and the legislative arm. I don't even expect Gambians to vote for more than 10 NPP National Assembly members. That would be a disaster. So let's make sure, let's deny NPP candidates this legislative election and give it opposition so that we go to the House and do the needful.
Anyway, what I would say is that whosoever who will be elected, to actually represent the Gambian people in the National Assembly should actually be somebody who will be ready to represent us properly, because Gambia, we need change, and that change cannot actually be attained if we don't have the right people to represent us there.